We're going to turn on the YouTube live stream. Welcome Facebook, welcome YouTube. I know that you can't see me, but you can hear me. And, well, that means that we are off to a really, really good, however, be it somewhat, strange morning. And I actually don't know. I just, oh, no, it did not close those. So I can close this, save a little bit of my computer memory, and then I can open the ZWIFT, which is what we're here for, right? You and me and everybody. And actually, as I do that, I've also got to come over here. Hi. And I have to turn on my ZWIFT companion app. Otherwise, my bike, my gear, and, well, that would make for a not very efficient or effective ride. So, click on Let's Go on the ZWIFT. It says, be one with the bike, Luke. Right on. All right, so today we are going to be riding with the BASECAMP. Group ride. So I don't need to go into training where I normally go right here and select it. Instead, I'm going right here to the BASECAMP Muscular Endurance something or other, and I'm going to click Join. You're going to see that there are 38 people already in the ride, 222 reserved, and it doesn't tell me when it's going to start. That's a change on ZWIFT. It says starting in 22 minutes. Oh, it says right there, starting in 22 minutos. So in the meantime, I'm going to do a little bit of warming up. In, I guess I'm going to do a little bit of warming up in the cobble climbs because, well, that's the only area in Richmond that I have not yet conquered. I don't know that I have enough time in 22 minutes, but it'll let me warm up a little bit, and then it will automatically switch me and join me into the ZWIFT, the BASECAMP group ride when it starts. So, hi. I don't know if you can see me. I assume you can. Unfortunately, I can't see you. I'm going to check on my trusty, rusty cellular communication device. And I'm going to really quick just make sure, that it is live. So Twitch actually proactively tells me, thank you, Twitch, that I'm live. But that actually goes through that goes through the computer itself, where, like, the Facebook goes through the website. It does say that I'm live. I don't know if you can see that, because obviously I can't see that you see that, but it says that I'm live. It says that we are a go on the Facebook. I'm just going to really quickly delete some notifications. I'm going to turn all that crap off I'm going to put my trusty, rusty cellular communication device in my back pocket, and that way it will count my steps as I'm cycling. Call it cheating, I call it wise and efficient. So, good morning, welcome to Tuesday. I hope that you enjoyed a good Monday rest day, Monday day off, Monday day to recover, catch up on all the crap that you neglect while you're cycling, and that you're ready to go for a Tuesday ride. I hope that you come on to ZWIFT, that you find the BASECAMP group ride. It's free, it's open to the public. Everybody can join and learn from the coaches. So I hope that you choose to log in, go to the BASECAMP group ride up there in the top right hand corner of the ZWIFT main screen after you've logged in, and it will load their workout and put you in the group ride. So I am right now just riding along in Richmond on ZWIFT, getting ready, getting a little warmed up before the ride, and trying to figure out what it is that I forgot, that I messed up, that I haven't configured properly for today's ride. You might notice there's a couple little things that are different. Actually, in the last couple days, I have done some extensive research and work related to this here video stream. I don't know if you watched previous videos, but I actually have 3 different cameras set up at 3 different angles that I can switch through, and you can see me right now from the camera that we're the only one we can use today. There's a camera down here that kind of is shooting up at me. I'm probably going to end up moving that one, but right now it's down there. And there's one that's shooting me from behind because, well, let's face it, if you and I were out there riding on the road, well, I don't know for sure, but you might be, riding behind me eating my dust. It's actually down pretty low, kind of looking straight across, so that ultimately, with that view, you can see my cadence, you can see the form of my hips and my knees and my ankles, you can see my feet rotating, but you can also see through that, see how messy my pain cave is, because I literally have crap laying everywhere. I've got cases for the lighting equipment, for like all that stuff. I have a bunch of extra towels. I have DVDs and CDs that I'm in the process of converting from that format into a digital hard drive format. And so you can see all that mess from that angle, which hopefully will encourage me to clean it up a little bit, be a little bit more organized in how I work and live every single day. But right now I have no way while I'm riding to switch between those camera angles. It's a manual process. I have to physically do something either with a mouse or with a keyboard or with an editing device, which I do not currently have set up. And unfortunately, with my current computer setup, I have to have my computer on my desk by the monitor, which I'm running ZWIFT, that you can see right here, behind me, all around me. I have to have that running on the same computer as the video editing software, and I have to use the full screen of that computer so that I can see it, and so that's what it shows, because I'm basically doing a screen share with you, and then I'm embedding the camera feed in front of that. And if I don't, you can see how crappy this feed is, man. See, I apologize for that. You see how I'm kind of slowing down and speeding up, and it's
kind of jerky. Well, I don't think, I hope, that that's an issue created by the ZWIFT. But in reality, I'm pretty sure that it's a problem with my computer, which I have already taken steps to address. But unfortunately, it'll be another couple of weeks before I have that solution in place because, well, the technology needs to be built for me to be able to use it. So we've got that going on. I do hope that in between now and when that new computer comes in, that I can figure out how to have possibly the video editing software on a computer that's over here closer to me, ZWIFT running on a separate computer that I can somehow tie into and still do a screen share, which I don't know that that's even physically possible. But nonetheless, the new computer has way more video processing power, and so even if I can just move the laptop next to the bike, keep the screen there, then I should be able to run, hopefully, run the video editing software on one screen, the rest of it, the ZWIFT thing, on the big screen so that I can see it, and that's the screen that I'll share, and that will give all of us the ability to be more effective, more enjoyable in this process, and will give me the ability to hit a couple keys and still manual, but be able to change the camera angle, be able to change which camera I am currently shooting off of or broadcasting off of, so that you can see a variety of different angles. And then over time I'll work on how those angles look, on how they function, and decide which ones will be the best for you, for me, because I'll be able to move the cameras around, put them in different places, and get the best angles for what it is that we're doing, which ultimately, is here riding and working out, and just making friends and being all around good athletes, good human beings, and good mammals. So welcome to the American Mammal, the middle-aged man in Lycra. That's me, I'm Dave. And I am here riding on ZWIFT today. I have 12 minutes and 36 seconds to go until I join the BASECAMP Muscular Endurance Power Tempo presented by Live Cycling ride. It's a group ride. It's an open group ride for anybody on ZWIFT can join, can literally get for free the same workout that I have as part of my plan in BASECAMP, and get live coaching by, I'm guessing today, by Tim Cusack, who is, the extraordinary coach to the coaches, the coach to the pros. In many opinions, Tim is the epitome of cycling knowledge and cycling coaching and cycling analytics. So he generally runs the ride on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. And we're also generally joined by either Serena or most often Rebecca Rush. If you watched or saw any or read anything about the Iditarod bike race last year, and in previous years, but last year specifically, you will see that you will recognize Rebecca's name because, she won in the self-supported category. Literally rode the entire Iditarod on her own without any support. And, she beat everybody. So, Rebecca is also, well, a member of the Live cycling racing team, whatever you call it, and she runs a really big event called RPI, Rebecca's Private Idaho, which is a gravel cycling event in September. And if you look up Rebecca's Private Idaho, or RPI, on, well, if you Google it, you can find it. Whatever the Outdoor Life or Outdoor Magazine, Outdoor TV channel thing is on their registration system. And you can sign up for that ride. Come out to Idaho, meet me, meet hundreds of other base campers and thousands of other cyclists that will be out there for I think it's a 4-day stage race, or any one or two of the stages that you can join for. And, you know, Idaho in the beginning of September, sunny, warm, nice. So it's a good time to be there. So, with my setup today, right now, I can't read your comments. I can't see who's on, or if anybody's on. Not that I expect anybody to actually show up. We're still working out the bugs. We're working out the kinks. We're really working to figure this whole thing out. But, whew, let me tell you what, I'm starting to climb a 4% grade here, which isn't a whole lot, but my cadence must be really low. Yeah, 69. I'm feeling that pressure. Obviously not warmed up. Probably not the right thing to pick. I don't know what I've got my bike set up in terms of my gear ratio is. Based on how I feel right now at 8%. I'm in the little gear up front and the big gear in the back. Pedaling 69 cadence and 190 watts. So basically, my little ring up front is too big. Although I think I got a 32. And my big ring in the back, I think I've only got a 25 on there. So, probably should have set that to a 30, but I wasn't really expecting I'm climbing in today. Whew. Alright, and I know this climb is coming now. I don't know if it's 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. But basically, it will take me into the event here in about a minute, or a minute and a half, I think. So I won't really have a choice but to join the event. You can see at the bottom of the screen, join event. So right now, I'm just warming up. Hey, Dave. Hey. I literally am just starting my workout. So, I'll give you a call in a couple hours. Alright. Alright, so, yeah, 22 seconds. Now it'll automatically take me to the event. Come on, really? I get so many spam calls nowadays. I don't know what's happened or what the difference is or what's going on, but holy crap. That's too much effort too early in my ride. I literally am still physically cold. My muscles aren't warmed up yet. Alright, now we're changing worlds. So I only got 3.5 miles into that ride. It was almost to the top too, damn it. If I wasn't distracted by that phone call, I could have conquered that climb. I would not have set a KOM or even a PR, but I really, really hope. Here we go. Steering has been disabled for the duration of this event. So I'm kind of in with the group, and I was at a 12% grade too, and that gets locked out when I switch into an event as well. So
right on.
I got that set back at 0,
on.
and as you can see over in the side, before the event starts, you can kind of see the chats going on with everybody. Once the event starts, I think you can only see what I type and what the coaches type. I'm not sure, but I think. Actually, I think that sidebar over there goes away, because then it shows you who's riding over there. So, yeah, I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to take one of the cameras and figure out a way to mount it kind of here, or maybe just, I don't know, over here somewhere. So what I'd really like, instead of the view behind me, although I think it would be an interesting view, at least for me to see what my form looks like from behind. It's something you never get to see in real life, right? You never get to see what your profile looks like in terms of, you know, well, just your body shape, your body geometry as you're pedaling, as you're in different positions on the bike. And you certainly never see that from behind to see, you know, how far apart or straight are your knees really, how wobbly are they. Right now I've got platform pedals on, so my feet move around the pedals quite a bit as I'm recovering from my foot surgery.
Right on.
But I think if I put one up here somehow, kind of looking down, or from behind looking down at me, you'll be able to actually see down here I have my companion app. Here I have another tablet right down here, and then obviously the screen in front of me. So while they're getting that all set up, I am going to plug in my headphones. I've got 2.5 minutes before the ride officially starts. I generally have that device mounted or clipped onto my suspenders here, and then this runs back through behind my suspenders, around, out, and up, so that I don't have to deal with the cord. But it's obviously not as much of an issue when I'm riding indoors. But I'll still take it and stuff the mass of it down my jersey just to keep it out of the way. It says it's activated and the battery's good, and then I'm connected. So now I need to pick out a playlist, which I generally just go to YouTube Music. And I guess today I'm going to go with, or at least until I get frustrated and change it, I'm going to go with the House of Hit playlist, or station, or channel, or I don't know. All right, so we got 55 seconds. Tim Cusack has been typing and introducing himself. I think you can see that on the screen. Well, right behind me and up above me there. Today I want everyone to start this work out in erg mode. So in other words, he wants erg turned on. Oh man, I think that those whole people disappearing right there, I think that's me. I think that's my computer. I think that's my computer's processing power, or lack thereof. And since I'm streaming and running this game, which are both very highly memory intensive, and my computer is 4 years old, man, I'm suffering. All right, so I got erg turned on. I'm in workout mode right now. I'm going to turn on deal so I can read stuff. And therefore will come early in this workout, so be ready to pay attention. You do not have a smart trainer, just match the power. Here we go. All right. Today we're starting cycle 2 of our training program. So BASECAMP started the week of Thanksgiving. Yeah, I hope that's not going to be an issue. I think that's my issue. I don't know. Is anybody else having that problem on ZWIFT right now? Ghosting right now? Bunch of bikes riding without people. I probably look good when you can't see me, right? All right, so we're a minute 17 into this 5-minute warm-up. So the nice thing about these workouts in erg mode is that you literally don't need to worry about any of that. You don't need to worry about the power, you don't need to worry about the settings. You just turn on erg and you push the pedals to the right cadence. And it decides if you're going up a hill or down a hill or whatever. It changes the power for you. Feel free to ask us questions using the ZWIFT companion app. So in other words, you can type things into the companion app and it shows up, and the coaches and everybody else who is on the app can see it. It's already kind of getting warm. Yeah, I'm not warmed up. I guess it is what it is. So, as you can see, this is BASECAMP. I've been paying to be a part of the BASECAMP winter training program. I think this is my 4th year. First year, second year, third, yeah. And I have been, even though I've been paying for it, I have been involved at an increasingly more specific level each year. Paying more attention because, well, you see what kind of results you get. You know, the first year I'm like, whatever. Second year I'm like, I'm going to try it. I'm paying for it. I might as well. Last year, I was like, all right, I got my medical conditions all figured out. No issues there. No excuses. I'm going to do it. Last year, during the season, I had my best performance year ever. So this year, coming into it, I was like, wow, imagine if I dedicated all my focus and effort into this, how much faster, how much better I'd be. Well, then I had foot surgery 3 weeks before BASECAMP started. And so the first month of camp I was really only focused on recovery because, well, the first week it was really my first week of out of my bed, walking again. I was out of shape, and my feet were still incredibly swollen, which they still are swollen, just not like that. And they were very painful. Most of the pain is gone now. At least what I do feel is mostly manageable. Still have some stiffness in both feet. Still have some range of motion issues that I'm working on recovering from. All right, 90 cadence. A little bit more power. And then we're getting ready. 90 RPM is the fast pedal. Oops. I'm going to ask a question here to the group. Anybody else having video issues, or is it just my computer? All right, now. Okay, well, a bunch of people are saying it's kind of glitchy, so it may not be me that actually made these ZWIFT. It's because hundreds of thousands of people, or what did it say, 280, but hundreds of thousands of people have joined in because of me talking about it in my videos. So welcome to all of you. Literally hundreds of thousands, or 262. And I guarantee you nobody who's riding, or I'd be surprised if anybody who's riding has watched the video. Alright, so yeah, a bunch of people are reporting that they're having issues. So maybe not my computer today. Although it may be playing into it. Because not everybody's having the issues. Okay. Whew. That is the second of 3 warm-up pedals. And then we go directly into the workout. So I'm going to open up my Wahoo app, connect to my fans, and already I'm going to go in. Remember how I said I wasn't even warm yet? I was cold? Not anymore. So I just turned up my back fan. And see how that 215 watts at 100 RPM. Oh man, I'm like in the middle of a pack, 120, 267. That sucks. So, I've noticed by watching the video but I seem to be bouncing around a lot. Some of that's due to rocker plate, Sarah's MP1 rocker plate that my trainer's on. And that moves literally this far in both directions, but it's constantly kind of going back and forth. Secondly, the camera is almost touching the rocker plate or the tripod, and it's up really high. It's a portable tripod, so it's not all that heavy or sturdy, and I can literally see that that's kind of waving back and forth. So that adds to it, but I do know that I kind of tend to do this quite a bit, especially when we go 3 minutes up, 3 minutes at 150. So self-selected cadence Tuesdays. So I've historically, or maybe over time, I've trained myself to be a spinner. I tend to spin really fast. I would say 96 to 106, like in that 10 watt range or 20 watt range. How many is it? 10. And with BASECAMP last year, we did a lot of slow cadence, high power drills. And apparently, while that has a much bigger cost in terms of energy expended, it gives you a lighter feeling of effort because you're not freaking pumping your lungs constantly, and therefore your heart rate is a little bit lower, well, all the way around. And so it feels lighter, but it actually costs more. And I've actually found that, and what Tim and the coaches have said, is that you really need to have a variety of cadences. Be efficient and effective at pedaling at a bunch of different ranges. And when I tested that way, some spinning, some grinding, throughout a 20-minute FTP test, I had much better results. So in 1 minute, we're moving into the first segment, which is 1 minute at 220, and then it was like 13 minutes at 185. I thought this tunnel was the beginner. It's not. Normally I have these Wahoo kicker fans set on automatically adjusting based on how much power I'm putting out. So the speed that it calculates, then it should be better. 100 RPM. So I'm in my drops. Spinning only close to 100. Not really good at holding it. 105 highest, 97 lowest. Right now hovering around that 102 to 105. That's pretty good. Came out of the drops. It's harder to hold your cadence. Tops. Alright, now slow 75 RPM. Oh man, this is going to be a slugfest. 70 to 80. So these are the drills. When we started them last year, fucking miserable. And I'll tell you right now, I'm feeling it already. When the studio lighting behind the camera here gets too bright, and we're at the beginning of the workout. Trying to stay around 70. Again, I'm having a tough time doing it. It feels like the resistance is, maybe it's just me. It kind of feels like it's up and down. Not by a lot, by a little more than the 1 watt that it's showing on the screen. Then if ZWIFT is having issues with the video, they absolutely could be doing that. It's having issues with the signal as well. I don't know that to be fact. It sounds good, right? Holy cow. So every day, when I'm setting up the video, I look back, I have a pile of towels down here on the ground. Oh, I gotta grab a couple. Today I had one rolled up in my cup over here. So I didn't grab any extras. If this falls off, it goes on the ground, I'm screwed. These lower cadence 70 RPM drills are definitely a struggle for me. Because I am not good at these lower cadences. It's not my comfort zone. I lack strength in my muscles, and I've always relied on my endurance to keep me. But that sometimes fails me. So adding some strength, some coordination, and teaching my body to utilize these slow twitch fibers it makes it, well, better overall. More effective, especially on long endurance rides. You want to generally keep your cadence up, but being able to slow things down, whether it's on a long climb or just on the flats. While it doesn't look like it picks up my respirations right now, you can get your breathing rate down. Give your cardio a little bit of a break. Another thing we're working on in camp is the fact that we can control our breathing. And if we slow down our breathing and take deeper breaths, we lower our heart rate. We just in general make everything a little more good. That being said, it's way easier to practice that on easy days than when you need it. I tend to, when I'm on a long steep climb, I'll notice I'm running out of energy, I'm running out of power. I just can't breathe. So generally, I'll downshift to an easier gear, sit down, either go into my hoods like this, or go into the drops, push my shoulder blades back real far, and just take a couple of deep breaths. And I can see on my computer, my heart rate goes down, I feel a little bit better, and get to the top. That being said, I know I got 13 minutes of this thing. That's a long time. Even though 185 isn't that high. If I was doing 185 at 100 watts, it'd be simple. Literally, it would be easy. But I'm at like 60 to 65. Tim reminds us 70 to 75. But he really doesn't want you higher than, you want to be higher than 70. And you really don't want to be lower than 60. You see all this sweat or tears coming on my face. I use the towel so much on the trainer. Skin under my eyes, between my eyes, actually gets red and raw. And obviously when I'm out riding, I'll just use my sleeve, or if you're moving fast enough, the air is dry enough, and then it evaporates. So you can take your water bottle, rinse your face off. Suffered. As you can see on the video quality suffered, but I'm suffering. We got a 2-minute break here, and then another hard pedal, and then a 2-minute ramp, and then 8 minutes of easy recovery. But I don't think that's right, what it's saying in the companion app. And on the screen, I think it says 19 minutes at 185. So 2-minute ramp up, then a 1 minute, and then 19 minutes at 185. If I can read that correctly, between my sweat and my bad eyes. slowed my cadence down too fast, or too far. And all of a sudden the power really heavy. LinkedIn. Look at his career. See if you can find the cyclists that he has coached over the years, the talent that he's developed, and the people that he's currently working with. It's pretty impressive that he takes the time to work with neophytes like me through this BASECAMP program. Us in this program are literally the same types, the same workouts that his pros are doing. Just obviously at way different power, because this is all based on our own personal FTP and our own power source. So literally, we're doing the workouts that Cav and Fromy and everybody else are doing right now. Well, not Fromy because he injured his knee. But literally all the pros are starting to do their base training right now. And they're doing these exact same workouts. Maybe longer, more time. Certainly higher watts because their FTP is ungodly higher than mine is. But the same workouts. See that? I was talking about this yesterday or Sunday on my ride. The signal often can be heard in your head as a voice that starts to say, you cannot do this. And I was talking on Sunday about how that's why I love cycling. Especially winter training. But generally, hey, let's work on a technique to conquer that voice. It's going to be talking about using your name. When you're cycling and you're really putting on a serious effort, you start getting those messages. You don't have to do this. You got nothing to prove. You don't have to finish. You're not even strong enough. Just slow down a little bit. You'll be fine. Finish with a slower group behind you. Say your positive reinforcement out loud. You can do this. You got this. You're strong enough. I know it's corny, but just try. It works, honestly. I am strong and I can finish this interval strong. You're strong, Dave. You can finish this interval strong, Dave. You can do this, Dave. Dave, you've got this. It makes a huge difference. Say the one I say out loud. I am strong. I can finish this interval strong. pain. Now put your name in front of the statement and say it out loud. Dave, you can do this. Dave, you can finish this strong. Dave, you are strong. Dave, I am strong, and I can finish this interval strong. Dave is strong. Dave can nail this interval strong. All of a sudden, the legs are a little bit lighter. Your mind is distracted. My gosh. Sinuses. I'm strong. I can finish this strong. Dave is awesome. By saying your name, it feels a little different, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Tells your brain, this is the voice. The one voice I want to listen to. Instead of the negative ones in your head. Telling you you can't, or you shouldn't, or you don't have to, or you got nothing to prove, or you're not strong enough, or good looking enough, or smart enough, you don't have enough education, you don't have enough, whatever it is. That voice is ever present in our lives. Cycling brings that voice to a level where we can hear it, where we can't deny it. And give us an opportunity to beat that voice down. To overpower the negativity that's going on subconsciously in our heads. It's always there. It's constantly trying to bring us down. By the way, that voice is us. It's not anybody else. It's not outside influence. It's no situation or position in the world or life or what your history was or anybody around you. It's what you hear in your head. And if you're listening to the negative shit and you're letting it make the decisions, you'll never achieve. But, just like Tim's saying here, if you work hard, if you start hearing those voices so that you know they're present, and you consciously, with effort, with strength, tell yourself the opposite. You can finish this. You do have something to prove to yourself, to the world, to everyone around you, but most importantly, to yourself. Don't slow down. Don't give up. Keep going. And you will achieve more than you thought you could. You will achieve levels that are beyond what you think you deserve. But that's because we're all used to listening to those negative thoughts, those negative voices in your head, the ones we can't even hear most of the time, holding us back, telling us not to do it because we don't deserve it, or we're not strong enough, or good enough, or smart enough, or we're too old, or not old enough, or whatever the voices are telling us. They're making excuses for failure. And bicycling, especially workouts like this, I'm going back to workout mode. Still only says 1 minute. Especially workouts like this, where that voice is freaking ever present. High cadence power up for 1 minute. can't overcome it. You can't beat those voices. And if you can do it on a bike, you can do it on everything. Doesn't mean you're always going to win. Doesn't mean you're always going to beat the voice. But even when you do beat the voice, doesn't mean you're going to win. Doesn't mean you're going to extend every goal. But more often than not, certainly more often than we do now. And honestly, that's the difference between champions and the rest of us. Champions are really good at shutting down the negativity in their head. And they keep going no matter what. They overcome all the odds. They push through it, literally. And they achieve. And in cycling, especially in workouts like this today, you can feel that pressure. You can feel those odds. You can feel that influence. You know, all that outside stuff, the hard work, the long hours, the nagging coworkers, or clients, or patients, or whatever it is. The looming deadlines. The need to make one more sale. And have to go out and do cold calls. Getting the phone hung up. Or the door slammed in your face. That's what you're feeling right now in your legs and in your chest. And that voice in your head is the same one that says, you don't have time to make a phone call. You got more important things to do. Send an email, because those are effective. Feeling in our legs and in our chest. Right now for me, in my shoulders and in my neck are all those outside pressures. What I hear in my head is my inside resistance to that pressure. That inside resistance, that's always there. I'm just not always listening to it, paying attention to it. But it's always affecting everything I do. It's slowing me down, or making me less effective. Not pushing hard enough in a workout, or in a group ride, or in a race. Saying, you can get it next time. No, now is next time. Now's the time not to give up. Now's the time to say, Dave, you can do this. Dave, this is your effort. Dave, this is where you achieve. Dave, this is where you get the results. And Dave, you got this. Dave, you can do this. Dave, you're going to make it happen. As you say that, brain, which has literally no ability to differentiate between those two voices, it starts hearing the one that is vocal, the one that it can hear with its ears, it can sense with its presence. And so it gives more credibility to that voice. It helps you keep going. It helps you push through. Where others are slowing down or backing off, while others are saying, it's good with an early lunch. It's 10:41, that's close enough to noon, let's go. That's where you say, I just got a couple more phone calls to make. Or, I just need just need to finish, this line of code or this sequence of logic. Or I need to just finish making this presentation. I need to just perfect this. You know what? I need to practice once. Then I'll come join you. That's literally what we're doing right here on the bike. Our legs, our lungs, my shoulders, our brains, the negative part, are telling us, come on, let's go grab a cup of coffee and sit down. But the positive voice in us, the drive, the ambition, the winner in us, is saying, it's only 12 minutes and 40 seconds to go. I got this. There's literally nothing I can't endure for 12 and a half minutes. I got this. It's really not that hard. The effort itself is actually only 185 watts. I literally just rode at like 2:30 for 20 minutes on Saturday. Okay, if you're feeling your quads, not your glutes, first slide back a little bit in your saddle. Remember, okay, because I'm feeling it in my quad, not my glutes. Staying ahead of hydration is on. Okay. Let's get a drink. Tim's telling us to slap our ass. Do it like 5 or 10 times. No joke, please. No joke. Giddy up. Talking about how to activate our glutes. I'm sure you can see it on the screen. Now, push across the top of your pedal strap. Effort. Still focused on what he's talking about. Pushing across the top of my pedal stroke. Try on both sides. It actually works better if you make a fist. Stick your thumb and poke. I think that would hurt. If nothing else, it actually makes pedaling a little easier. Getting tough now. What the hell? That was pre-programmed in. That's why the button over here. Oh crap. Dave, you're strong and you can finish this interval strong. Dave, you've got this. You can nail this interval, Dave. Dave, you're stronger than this. Dave, this is easy for you. Actually, I tell myself that a lot during sweet spot intervals. I actually really enjoy it. It feels good to go fast. And just that exhilaration you get. Focus on form and breath. Really struggling to breathe. Maybe it's the rest day I had yesterday. Not that I don't need them. But it always seems the day after resting a bit harder. Dave, you were strong. And there's coffee at the finish. Whew. And a double espresso. Can't handle 3 minutes and 3 minutes. Dave, you can finish this interval strong. Dave, you are strong. Dave, you got this. Just like anything in life. The harder the effort, the greater the reward. So go after it. Get onto it. Conquer. Get through that finish banner. It's only 2 minutes and then 2 minutes. Anybody can endure anything for 2 minutes. Dave, you're strong enough to do this. You got this. Dave, you're stronger than this interval. You could go harder. You got this, Dave. Dave, you love this work. Tempo, low cadence work. It's where you belong. It's where you can dominate, Dave. Everybody is feeling the same pain. See those people in front of you? They're just dealing with it. So keep moving. Don't give up. You know these guys. we're gonna drop. You got this, Dave. Doesn't matter what the situation in your life is. When those negative messages start inside your head, just quiet down and say to yourself, Dave, you got this. Dave, this is where you shine. Dave, this is where you make it happen. And then go out and kick ass, because you've got this. You know, no matter what obstacles in front of you, no matter what challenges, no matter what difficulties, you're stronger than them. You're better than them. You can absolutely do it. Only 2 minutes. That's 1 minute and 1 minute. 1 minute goes by before you even realize it. Practically at the finish. And look at all those people behind you. Look at that. 250 people behind you. Not quite pushing as hard. Not quite trusting in themselves as much. And they're back there. You're up here. You're up here with the winners, because that's where you belong. You're up here with the winners because you don't quit. You're up here with the winners because you don't give up. You're up here with the winners because that's what you are. Hop on your bike. Get into a difficult workout like this. Let your legs and your chest and shoulders and your brain start telling you that it hurts too much, that it's too much work, that you're not strong enough, that you can slow down. And then overcome it. Say, I got this. I can do this. I am strong enough. I am good enough. I know how to achieve. And then take that same winning attitude to work and into your relationships and just general interactions with people, and tell them they can do it. Tell them they can achieve. Create champions all around you. And I guarantee you, life will never have been better. And it will never end. So keep moving. Oh! Wasn't ready for that. Hurry, went down to 100 watts. Oh, man. So again, I am Dave. I am the American male, the middle-aged man in Lycra. And this channel exists mostly to help me find and maintain the motivation to train in my pain cave throughout the long, cold, arduous winter. But also, so that you, well, can come and watch me suffer and overcome my own self-doubt and my own weaknesses and achieve more than I thought I could. Just as importantly, so that maybe you're encouraged to, I don't know, maybe you're a cyclist. Hop on your bike. Log into ZWIFT. Or maybe you're not. Again, hop on your bike. Log into ZWIFT. Come ride with me. I ride here every day, Tuesday through Sunday. Most of the time at 10 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I do the Tuesday and Thursday 5:45 p.m. rides. But even if you don't come and ride with me each day, log into ZWIFT and join the BASECAMP 140 at 95. These free BASECAMP workouts, ride with the pros, learn from their coaches, and ride with, well, like today, 300 and, let's say 302 over there in the corner up above my head over here. Get to know some people. And my nose is pretty much blocked. I think I need some of those, they call them nasal strips. You know what I'm talking about. Little pieces of Band-Aid tape go across your nose. Breathe the right nasal strips. I don't know, maybe there's other brands now, but it's really hard to get air through my nose. Gear 1 breathing. It's nice, long, slow, deep breaths. So yeah, anyhow, log into ZWIFT, hop on your bike, come ride with me, get some excellent free coaching, and just enjoy the camaraderie. You can chat through the companion app. You can laugh at me sweating. I'm just generally looking miserable here on the video. And hopefully soon I'll figure out the technology so that I can see comments on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. I don't remember where else it is. Coming through my feed. And while I probably won't be able to respond to them by text, I can certainly respond live here on the video. But again, I need to wait for my more powerful computer so that I can do that. It struggles with just one monitor running the video streaming app and this game. And if I add a second monitor, it should work so. So with better computer, I can add a second monitor over here, or maybe just a laptop monitor. I'm not sure. And maybe I'll find a way to get them really big so I can actually read them. You know, like Tim's comment on the screen right now. And then I can answer them live on the video. So yeah, I'm working on that piece, which is outside of my control. I'm waiting for the computer to be built. I'm trying to figure out how to be able to switch camera angles because I've got 3 cameras set up. And I'm also trying to figure out if this is the best screen layout, you know, with the ZWIFT screen full and then me as an overlay above it, on top of it, inserted on top of it, or do you think maybe I should shrink the ZWIFT screen slightly and put myself on the outside of the screen in like a black area or whatever? not obstructing the view of the game, but also I could also probably have comments streaming across the bottom so that everybody can see what comments are being made, regardless of what app you're watching this on, and encourage more people to engage with it, engage with each other, whether you're making fun of me or giving me encouragement or telling me I'm doing shit wrong, or whatever it is. Maybe even planning real life meetups so we can get on our bikes and ride together once the weather warms up. Or we're heading down to Miami next month.
Ride on. Ride
Yeah,
on.
ride on. That was good timing. So I'm going down to Miami to ride with my team, the Muppets. And, well, assuming my swelling in my feet was done enough, I can actually get bike shoes on. But I'm going to go down there, get some good riding in on the road. Maybe I'm going down there, or we just want to go enjoy nice sunny South Florida and the beautiful, wide open, flat roads they have in 70-degree weather this time of year. You can come down and join me. Muppets and Gizmo team. I'll tell you what, every time I go to Fondle or a charity ride somewhere, be sportive if I'm in Europe. I wear my Muppets jersey, big Oscar the Grouch graphic on the front and the back. On the sleeve right here. It says "so wide" over here. It says "so wide" in my shorts. Literally, I get people come up here. Oh my God, that's such an awesome kit. Where can I get that? I'm like, come right with the Muppets. Left in this 8-minute. I have not been spinning fast enough. So yeah, I am generally a spinner. I'm generally 95 up is my comfort zone. And they get into these slower deals, these workouts, man, it changes my ability to respond. I don't know. I know it's making me better, but I need to be able to maintain my spin ability while I'm also engaging with my inner grinder. So I'm on Twitch. I'm on the Facebook, which I realize is the dying resource for most of us. I'm on the YouTube, which I'm not sure how I feel about YouTube, but I'm on there. And I'm on Vimeo, which is the tool that I actually use to stream it. So everything actually goes into my Vimeo account. I'm not sure if I'm going to draw people there or just continue kind of using it as the tool that it is. But, yeah, it's at least there. But I really appreciate it if you're watching me on whatever tool you're using. Like it, share it, certainly make any comments because I will go back and read them. And if they're constructive comments, things that can help me improve the channel, improve the video, improve what it is that I'm doing, put it into practice or at least try it and see if it works. And if it's a snarky comment, I'll just reply back with a snarky comment of my own. If you know me at all, you know that I certainly don't shy away from any form of criticism or humor or anger or whatever. I don't really care. Because I am a middle-aged man in Lycra. Well, if you can't laugh at yourself if you're 52 years old wearing spandex around, then you're not really a man. So I'm wearing this Primal, they call it a race cut jersey, but it's not. It's actually pretty baggy. It's a medium. The only reason I wore it today is it actually has these glow in the dark or the reflective dots. So when you're riding outside this time of year, or spring, fall, the shoulder season, it actually really does light up. Well, there's a white one. And in the daylight, you can't see the dots. But at night, they freaking glow incredibly in the headlights. And so I was thinking that the white one wasn't available when I got this black one. That maybe I'd get the white one. But I wanted to try this black one on to see. Because I really don't love the fit. Primal sells a lot of jerseys. But I don't know. Quality. They just do some things. I think on the cheaper end, they're not cheap kits, but I think they do some things on the production side that are a little less focused on performance and more focused on price control. And the end result of that is that there is kit that is much better. I mean, there are things about a lot of kit that I don't like. I actually really like the fit of the Santini jerseys and their bibs, but their pockets are tiny. I love ASOS bibs. In fact, I wear those almost exclusively. They were my first really, quality, top-tier cycling kit. And I'll tell you what, I've worn others. I've got Santilli, I've got Lacoul, I've got, I don't know, a bunch of others that I've tried. And, they all have slight advantages. But I'll tell you what, the loose chamois in the ASOS bibs, the fact that it's not attached to the short, it really matches up with your anatomy very well, and there's very little, if any, chafing. The chafing happens on the Lycra, not on your body, which is the intention of a chamois. So yeah, but I think I may buy a small version of this, although I got a little bit of room, not a whole lot in the back and the arms, but I may buy the small version of the white one of these, because it is a really nice effect in the shoulder season. You light up like a flare. You're really noticeable. Like people behind me this fall when I started wearing this one, they were like, holy crap, Dave, I thought your jersey looked pretty silly, but man, now that it's dark, you're the brightest thing on the road, which you want to be when there's a car coming up behind you, or when there's one coming at you from the side or in front of you, so it does its job. So the white one I think would be cool because I don't really like wearing white kit, but it would, it just looks like a plain white jersey until it gets dark. But this one kind of looks silly. It's like, oh, you got a polka dot jersey. That just kind of is silly in itself. But, the polka dot stripes can be vertical or horizontal. I see vertical. Which kind of, I don't know, it highlights my bulge in the middle section, since I am a middle-aged man in Lycra, a mammal. So, yeah, the workout's over. I'm literally just kind of extending my cool down. I rode, only 15 or 18 minutes, I think, before the ride. I really am not planning on sticking into this a whole lot longer. I was told that I can extend my rides, but that this week I should probably focus more on just doing the workouts as planned and then start extending my ride time in recovery and endurance zones next week. So, now I'm at 20.4. I might as well. I don't remember where I finished before it transferred. Was it 2.5 or 3.5? I don't remember. Or 2.6? I don't know. I'd like to get to a round number, but real life, I never really do, because I'll say, okay, I want to get to 21. Well, then you're never sure if Strava is going to count this as 21 miles. So you go 21.1 or 21.2 or 21.3 just to make sure. Well, then you're at 21.3, so you might as well go 21 and a half. And then if you're already at 21 and a half, you might as well go to 22. And so it's, you can get caught up in the just kind of going on forever thing. But like I said, I'm only pedaling right now at 90 watts, so I don't know. I guess I am cooling down. But I'm only riding 16 miles an hour. That my bike is really set up correctly. The fitting app on the Wahoo Kicker Bike app, I don't think it's really all that accurate. You enter your numbers from your personal fitting from your bike fitter, and then it tells you where to set up everything. But I've actually done it a couple times, and it's given me a couple of different results. Like a couple of, put this here. And I don't know, it doesn't really feel right. I think the height is probably okay, but maybe the saddle should go back. Like, as you know, you move the saddle back a couple millimeters, well, then you probably need to adjust the height a couple millimeters. Well, then you need to move back again and then the saddle. Or do you need to adjust the bars forward or aft, and then, So, for now it is what it is. I don't have a whole lot of pain. I don't have any pain while I'm riding, outside of my feet from the surgery and the swelling. But because of that, I'm just going with it. Although I do think I'm going to move this out back slightly. Just so my butt's hurting. See, now I'm 21.2. And now you go to 21.5. So I'm going to stop up here pretty soon. If there was somebody I'm riding with, which I don't really believe that there's nobody else in this world. Well, here comes somebody.
Ride on!
Ask Bike Doctor. the rocker plates are really any good or what, but I paid a lot of money for it, so I might as well like it, right?
Ride on.
All right, this time I'm really going to stop. 22 miles. Oh, the sunflowers sure are pretty, aren't they? It would be nice to be riding in August and September when sunflowers are all that big, right? The warm air, feel that heat coming off the tarmac. Wishful thinking. Alrighty. So that's going to be it. I'm going to log back into my fans and I'm going to turn them back off. Well, back to the speed setting, which effectively turns them off because I'm going to stop pedaling. So, thanks again for joining me. Again, any comments, any criticism, anything you can offer to help me make this channel better, I'd appreciate it. But more than anything, I really like you joining me and watching and supporting the effort of the American middle-aged man in Lycra. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. And remember, you can do it. So first I gotta log out of ZWIFT, and then I can end the video. Again, there will come a time in the near future where that's different. So, 22.2 miles, 1 hour, 19 minutes, 720 calories. Oh, I climbed 500 feet. Interesting. So end ride, that's telling me power 152 is my average, 22.2 miles, an hour 19, 2.5 slices of pie. Yummy. Oh, that's cool. You can turn these things on and off. Never knew that. So you can see how smooth this is through the workout. It's like dead nuts on because I was in erg mode. And then, oh, erg mode's off. And then exomito.